Good afternoon to everybody. I'm going to give you a survey about the sensors which are used in heavy-duty robot systems. Before I do this, I would give a short introduction to IGM. We are an Austrian-based, completely private company located near to Vienna. We have started with our business in 1967. And since the early 80s, we are producing welding robots. So we are really specialized on application of heavy welding robot systems. We are not a system integrator, we are a producer. So we are producing everything. We are producing our own robots, our own track systems, manipulators, the control with the software, the sensor systems, which I will explain later, and just the welding equipment we mainly buy from Fronius. But all the other things are really designed, developed, and engineered and manufactured only by us. We have a representative in Italy with our partner Polisud, near to here, near to Milano, which can give you commercial support and technical support. We have service technicians which take care about the robot systems which are in the field. So before we start with the sensors, let's have a look to a large robot system. What are the components? We have the welding robot, we have manipulators, we have the slide systems to enlarge the working range of the robots. Then, of course, the robot needs a control system. We need a fixture to hold the parts. And we have cell and control monitoring. So all that what you see here is manufactured and designed by us. And of course, we provide service for all our systems. Now, coming to the main topic, the sensors for heavy-duty welding robot systems. I've made a survey about 5 different sensors we are using for our robots. First, perhaps the explanation, why do we need sensors? If you create a robot program, you just make air movements. So the robot is moving, has no contact with the workpiece, has no idea about the position of the workpiece and the tolerances of the joint. It just makes the movement. So, you know, the position of the workpiece is never perfect. You have internal tolerances. You have deformations which can occur during welding. And so we need something which is linking the robot to the workpiece. This is done by sensors. These 5 different sensor types can mainly be distinguished in offline sensors and online sensors. Offline means the sensor is applied before you start welding, and online means that the sensor is working during welding and guiding the robot along. So, first issue is how to find the workpiece. It's not positioned correctly. There is some position tolerances of the complete workpiece, tolerances of the joint, of the gap. So how to find the start point? This is mainly done by gas nozzle sensing. So the robot is touching the surface of the workpiece and knowing exactly, there's my position. So we can do this with single search to find just one point, start point. We can make multiple searching when we search start point and end point. And also we can make a global shift so that we move the program to the right position in any orientation. Then the next one, which I will show you later on, wire sensing. It's also an offline sensor to detect the position of the joint before starting of welding. Then we have a laser sensor, which is more or less something like this beam to check the 3D position. Then we have arc sensing. So for this you need oscillation. So the robot is oscillating in the groove and finding the middle point and guiding it's guided along the joint. And then we have the laser camera, which can do almost everything and can be applied to very difficult and challenging applications. So let's start with the biosensor. You perhaps know this from company Fronius. We have integrated this in our robot control. The working principle is that you have oscillating wire. The wire is going out, touching the workpiece, going back again. And while we make a movement with a robot, we can detect the gap. So we have a quite high sensing speed, up to 3 meters per minute. The minimum gap which we can detect on part joints is the wire diameter plus 1 millimeter, and the maximum gap is 35 millimeters. We achieve accuracy 0.2 millimeters, which is sufficient for standard MIG-MAG welding. That what you have to consider is you need a TPSI Fronius power source with CMT equipment. Then the IGM laser sensor. It's a touchless detection of surfaces, gaps, and positions. You see the principle here in the small video. We have the laser beam going over the joint. And if we make 2 search drives, we can detect first the exact position of the joint and then also the gap. So if we detect the gap, we can adopt the welding parameters. So in this case, what you see here in this small clip, we have a small gap in the back side and a bigger gap in the front side. We can interpolate the welding parameters to receive a fully filled gap. We can modify the speed, the oscillation, wire drive, whatever necessary. This is up to the welding engineer in your company. Then we continue with the laser camera. This is our own development, so we are producing this camera. It's not a third party, it's our own product. And this is a quite strong tool to enable the robot to find the position, to follow the position, to adopt the welding parameters, and everything during welding. So this is just for demonstration without welding. And now the same part we see while the robot is welding. So the laser which we are using is not disturbed by the arc. You always get a signal. You can use this camera during oscillation in any orientation, as it is fully integrated in the robot control. For programming this tool, you just need a teach pendant. There is no external computer. Everything is displayed. You can define your own patterns, your own templates, and really allow the robot to compensate heavy tolerances. So these are the products which are standard, which we sell with many of our systems. About 30% of our systems are delivered with a laser camera. So it's absolutely a standard tool for us, and it's also quite easy to operate for the end user. So if you see this, there's you will recognize one limit. If we have to weld around corners and if we have to weld against walls, this camera would crash and would not see the corner. So the next step of development is the IGM Pro SA as a rotating sensor. So we mounted that laser camera on an axis, NC controlled axis, which is around the welding torch, and the camera is detecting by itself a corner, is rotating away, and allows the robot to follow the track. So this is for corners, this is for small radius. And of course, it has the same functions like the normal camera. You have adaptive welding. It is checking the groove, it's checking the volume, and guiding the robot along. So this is still in the stage of development. We have one prototype which you can see on our booth. There we can also give you more explanation about the functionality. So if you're interested, please visit us in the booth on the other end of the hall.